Hello and welcome to my breakdown of Icy Veins report on Dragonflight expansion overview. It is July 28th right now, and we're going to take a look at some of the information they put up. They put up quite a bit of information recently. So Dragonflight will be released December 31st. Okay, probably not. It may come out earlier, but I'm assuming that this is probably going to be a February or March. Dragonflight alpha testing, limited testing. I did not get in the beta. So I tried, but I tried after they already started the beta. I wasn't really thinking about it before then. The Dragonflight story preamble. Following a period of calamity for the world of Azeroth, long-forgotten forces are stirring in mythical Dragon Isles, the ancestral home of dragonkind. As long-dormant forces begin to stir in their sacred homeland, the dragons of Azeroth, at times both allies and adversaries of the mortal races, call on the heroes of the Alliance and the Horde to help reckon the looming threats of ancient mysteries on the verge of awakening. Now, reading that, I'm assuming that it's going to be similar to kind of like a cataclysm, maybe, where you're working together more than against. In my opinion, I kind of wish they would steer away a little more from the Alliance versus Horde and make it a little less separate, because I am a Horde player and I do not like playing Alliance, and I know a lot of Alliance players do not like playing Horde, and it would be nice if they kind of, not like Shadowlands where they just vanilla whitewash the whole expansion and make it so that everyone experiences the same thing no matter what. But I feel like there's nuance there where you can make a cognitive story and not make it so East versus West, which it literally is East versus West. This section summarizes the main features of the Dragonflight expansion. There's a new continent, Dragon Isles, journey to the new level cap 70, explore the primordial wonder and ancient secrets of Dragon Isles across 4 new zones. The rolling, waking shores, man, I'm tired. Sorry about that. The vast Olron Plains, the stark Azure Span, and the ancient majestic Thadrazzus. Alright. Well, maybe I'll figure out how to pronounce it by the end of the expansion. Drakir, the new playable Dragonkin race with 2 customizable forms. Well, isn't that just like Worgen? New hero class Drakir Invoker. Menace your foes or empower your allies as a Drakir Invoker. WoW's new first ever race class combo. New race class combinations. All races can become mages, priests, and rogues in the new expansion. And this is great news because I will be making a Tauren rogue. That will be probably one of my main characters in the new game. I've always thought that was such a funny joke back in Vanilla and in Burning Crusade, talking about like a Tauren rogue trying to sneak up on someone. Dragon riding, the all-new method of aerial movement allows you to take the skies atop the Dragon Isles Drake, which you will befriend in each of the 4 new zones as you level up. The Drake can be customized as you progress. Collect more appearance options and unlocking new abilities that will enable them to fly farther and faster. I've seen some videos of them really taking off and moving. You know, like 900% flight speed, so we'll see how that goes. Vault of the Incarnates, the first raid tier of the expansion where players can get their hands on the primalist raid tier sets. We're going to be taking a look at that in this video too. Overhauled talent system. Talent trees have been completely overhauled in Dragonflight, allowing you to make creative and flavorful talent choices at every level without compromising your effectiveness. Okay. I'll zoom in on this here. It'll make it easier to read on YouTube. New profession systems. Updates. Professions have been reworked with the introduction of player-driven work orders, new profession equipment, and new specialization system. New HUD UI. This in-game user interface has been reworked and modernized. I've seen some of it. It does look nice. I'm probably going to be one of the people that just gets rid of my UI mod and just uses the in-game one, because I primarily play Hunter. I'm not sure what I'm going to play into Dragonflight yet. But with Hunter, I'm really just looking for cooldowns on, you know, kill shot and things like that. So I'll probably just make a HUD with a giant kill shot right in the middle of the screen. The Dragon Isles are a new landmass available in the Dragonflight expansion. So this is talking about the different areas with a low polygon picture here. So there's a zone guide. We're not going to take a look at the zone guide right now because I kind of feel like I don't want to spoil the zones to the point where I know where like every tree and bush is. New playable race, Drakthir. Players can roll a new race called Drakthir in patch 10.0. The race is native to the Dragon Isles and has two forms, humanoid visage and a dragon form. Each form can be customized separately. Here is an early preview of the Drakthir forms and customization options. That's kind of cool. It's weird how when I go over this, my hover zoom takes a much higher resolution version of the picture. I'm going to have to keep that in mind as we go down here because I'm noticing on the recording here that the resolution of these pictures is not good until I hover zoom. Now we can see the abs, we can see the definition. I kind of think, I'm trying to think, I don't play Alliance, but do the humans have abs like this? I mean, these people are ripped. Doing them sit-ups. Here are the women. See, I wonder if it's just me. Do they have different hips, or is it just because of the pants they're wearing? At least they made the men At least they made the men look skimpy and the women look skimpy, instead of doing just the women skimpy. It looks like there's a lot of facial customizations here. You know, I'm not seeing a lot of eye variants, but there could be quite. I've heard there's quite a bit, because once you get past the human part, then you've got the dragon faces too. You can customize the snout and all that. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna make a Drakthir that is a bronze dragon. Because I've read some of the Warcraft books, and I've always really liked the bronze Dragonflight. I found it probably more the interesting part of the Warcraft lore. Plus, it'll make me stand out from all the people that are pretending to be Deathwing. There's just character creation here. So let's take a look here. Let's look at the specializations. Okay, the new class wears male and has two specializations. Preservation is a healing specialization that utilizes healing power. Devastation, a ranged DPS focus, especially due to fast explosive power. Okay. Do they have racial abilities? I haven't seen anything about racials for this, and I know a lot of people have been playing this. You think that the racials for them would be... There's nothing in this article about racials here. It's just the bullet point for the racing class. Dragon riding. We've got some photos here of someone doing some dragon riding off Icy Veins. That's a sweet picture. I know you can customize the dragon riders. Vaulting Incarnate. So this is where we're going to look at. We're not going to look at the raid, because I'm tired of spoiling raids and watching spoiler videos on raids. Vaulting Incarnate's class set. We are definitely looking at this class set, though. Okay. So these are class set theme. These are proto-dragon incarnates, feel like a natural disaster of each element they represent. A volcano for a fire dragon, an icy avalanche for frost dragon, a landslide for earth dragon, and a thunderstorm for the storm dragon. Okay, so this is saying that the Vaulting Incarnate sets are themed after an elemental proto-dragon leaders. So these are the proto-dragon leaders, I guess. These are the theme for the set, right? So everything on here is what each set is based off of. And I've already looked at this, So I know that they're theming groups of classes, sets, after each of these types of dragons. Okay, so then the first batch is Death Knights, Mages, and Hunters. And I was actually kind of bummed that Hunter is an ice. You know, I'm assuming that's just because of Ice Trap, I guess. But here is the concept art for the 3 Death Knight, Mage, and Hunter. Now, I'm not quite sure what they're going with the Death Knight. I'm going to have to see it in game, but to me the Death Knight one looks goofy as hell. And the shoulders on the Mage are a little out of place. I do like the Hunter set overall. I just don't like the kind of ice motif to it, but maybe that's just me. As a person that's played Hunter since vanilla, I just don't like these random elements being thrown at Hunter. But, you know, I think Hunter would have been better as like a fire, but everyone wants to be fire, right? And speaking of fire, so then here is the Evoker, which the Evoker has a sweet armor set. I mean, that is amazing. The shoulders look like dragon claws grabbing at the body. The Priest, which is awesome. I love the Priest. It has all the little papers on there like Warhammer or something. The Warlock is really cool too, and I've been kind of going back and forth. Am I going to play my Warlock or am I going to play my Hunter? And I'm probably going to focus more on my Hunter, because every time an expansion comes out I play my Warlock and get burnt out, and then eventually I come back to it and I play my Hunter. So I might just start with my Hunter this time. And then Demon Hunter. Now the Demon Hunter one I'm not a fan of. It just looks like some anime mech suit. I don't think it's very creative at all. I just don't like the way the pants look, and it kind of looks like a Power Ranger. I don't know. Now here we go. Monks, Paladins, and Warriors. That Warrior set is awesome. Now here's the thing. Now before you say the Warrior set is the same as the Demon Hunter set, it is not. This Warrior set is amazing. Especially if they do the floating items, like kind of hovering around it, you know, like the rocks are gravitationally tied to the shoulders or head or something like that. I like all 3 of these sets. I think they're all well done. I think they're all, you know, strong pieces. I love the Paladin one. I wish that I'm hoping that there's moving pieces on these sets and they're not just stagnant. And here is Rogue, Druids, and Shamans. Now, of course, we're going to put Shaman back in a dress, like always. We can't let my Shaman be, you know, wear pants. It's just not allowed. Not in Victorian society. The Rogue set, I think the Rogue set looks messy. You know, I'm not a big fan of the arms or the shoulders or the headpiece or like the little mouth mandible things they have going on, and then you got baggy pants with tight boots with I don't know. I don't like the Rogue set. Druid set is awesome. The Druid set is my favorite set out of all the ones we've looked at. The problem is you never get to see your armor as a Druid ever. You're always in, you know, you're in Moonkin form, or you're in bear form, or, you know, I feel like it's pretty rare lately to see a lot of resto druids. I see a lot more, you know, monk healers and stuff like that, and I see a lot more tanking druids. I do like the shaman set. I just wish they'd stop having robes and dresses for shamans. It's like it's just obsessed about it. Okay, and it looks like one thing I was disappointed in is they're doing this token crap again. Like, just stop. Just drop the damn gear. Why do we have to have, like, a 3-step process to get this stuff? Just have the gear drop off the boss. I don't know why. Maybe I'm the idiot. I don't understand why this is such an issue. Just drop it off the boss. Yeah, so it looks like there's going to be different tokens that drop in the Vault of Incarnates, and the tokens are used to create Soulbound Vault, just like Raid Finder stuff for Castle Nathria. But I liked what they did with the Sanctum of Domination, where the stuff literally just dropped off the boss, like any other game that is an RPG. Instead of giving me tokens to turn them in, it's just a cock tease. I don't like it. Faulty the Occurrence class token item level. Okay. That's just talking about item levels. It doesn't really mean anything to us right now. I just know that 398, 408 is really high. Because my hunter's like I want to say 232. Which Vaulting Occurrence race brought tokens? Okay. Is this saying that these... So, okay, let's take a look here. Let's read this through a little bit. So there's a pretty good chance I'm going to play my Shaman. I keep saying I'm going to play my Hunter, but I've been leveling a Shaman as a character progression video set, and I'm really enjoying playing the Shaman. So I'm thinking... So we need venerated tokens. Well, this doesn't mean anything. Because it doesn't... These tokens, this Jade token, doesn't mean anything up here. Alright, we're just going to move on. Actually, that's it. They just talk about there's likely to be class sets, and that's all we know about the expansion. So right now, I think we'll take one quick look at... Let's see if I can find the button. There we go. So we looked at the raid set. We're not going to dig into the talent systems in this video because there is a ton of stuff in the talent system. Now, everyone's praising the talent system. I'm skeptical. The reason being is they took regular abilities you already have, took them away from you, and put them in this talent tree. Now, I agree that it's nice to have more choice instead of just a 1, 2, 3 selection. But when you take, like, let's look at this one. Okay. So if you look on the left side here, you can see that, like, Swipe and Maul are in this talent tree for Druid Tank. Well, you need those abilities, right? So I know that they're trying to make it so you customize what abilities you learn, but I also feel like it's stripping away abilities and not giving me the chance to customize my stats and the way my abilities work, which I feel like was more the original classic WoW talent tree, which I did like. I just feel like, you know, instead of breaking that system, they should have made that system easier to use. The profession revamp is very interesting, and I feel like I'm going to do a deep dive on this with the with the leather, because my hunter's a leather worker, and each expansion I've spent quite a bit of time working with the leatherworking profession. So I think I'm going to deep dive into some of the recipes and what they do. It's a little bit harder because I don't have access to the alpha, so I can't really look at specifics, so it'll have to be kind of screenshots right now unless I get into beta. But what happens here is you select an item, you can put finishing ingredients into it, similar to the way you'd add like inscription stuff to current like pants and whatever you're making, and then it ups your crafting skill. The higher your crafting skill, the better the item will be, and you have a higher chance of making better versions of it. So then here's an example of the new user interface. You know, I know that they're customizing the health bars in the upper left, but I think that's like super ugly. I hate the custom interfaces where the health bars and stuff are just this ugly marker swipe in the upper left hand corner. I kind of like the aesthetic of the World of Warcraft health bar, and it kind of being like a fantasy looking, you know, kind of custom build around a health bar. I'm not a big fan of the mods and stuff that add this really ugly appearance. Like I'm like I'm playing a color matching game. I just don't like that. I know there's a better way. I do like how clean the button set is, but I'm one of those guys, I just have my buttons huge. I don't know why, I just hate having them so small. Oh, that actually looks like it. That looks like all the information we have right now. We are going to plan on doing a dive into the different talent trees for a few of the classes I really know well, like Hunter and Warlock and Shaman. So we'll look at that, and then we'll take a look at like some professions of ones that I know well, so that I can kind of speak to how they're changing and what's better about them. Like we'll do one on leatherworking, we'll do one on blacksmithing, and we might do one on inscription. So let me know what you thought about it. I'm hoping to see some more information, but right now this is a pretty comprehensive amount of information from what we've received from the alpha. I don't believe they're going to release more information about Dragonflight till the beta. So I don't know when the beta is going to happen, but my guess is probably, since Wrath is coming out at the end of September, Wrath of the Lich King Classic, I would say maybe October, like late October or early November, we might see a beta. Because they're not going to want to release the beta while everyone's still playing Wrath of the Lich King. So they might wait a month or a month and a half. See, I'm worried that the beta is going to come out early December, and then there's no way, you know, how are they going to meet this end of December deadline? But at the end of the day, I just want them to release it when it's done. I don't want to have some half-baked garbage come out that is unplayable. So with that, thanks for watching. I'm going to put a link to this page in the video notes. So if you wanted to check out this Dragonflight expansion overview, I think it was really well written and it's really nice. I love the website Icy Veins. I hope that they continue to make good content that is not clickbait, and it's solid information for something that we all enjoy. Thanks for listening.